Hey there, this is Michael with the general reading intended for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any cross watchers out there. Hello and welcome. This is the May 2020 reading. I do hope that this finds you relatively well and in good spirits, and if it doesn't, I hope that it offers some reflections or tools for whatever it is that you're going through right now. I do want to wish all of you who had a birthday this past month or who have one coming up in May, happy birthday, a blessed solar return to all of you. And I'm really curious to see what is coming up. The astrology this month is really interesting. I actually wrote an astrology blog. I'll be referencing some of that throughout the reading as well. But if you want a more thorough picture of what might be happening when, I definitely recommend checking that out. All of that is linked down below, as well as links for personal readings, Reiki sessions, donations for those of you who feel so called, and I have all of my links for my social media as well. And I do just want to thank all of you who have supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's because of all of you I'm able to continue putting out these messages and doing this incredible work, which is an absolute gift. So thank you so much. So let's see what we have for you, Taurus. What are the messages for the month of May? Ooh, interesting. What are the messages for Taurus? Ooh, that's way too many. Okay, we'll try again. What's happening? Why is there so much happening for you right now, Taurus? There's a lot of messages that want to come through here. Let's try that again. What are the messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? That was a jumper. I feel like a lot of you have really been doing some good healing work, actually. Maybe you've been in lockdown, maybe you're an essential worker, but it's like, whatever it is your routine has been, I maybe not even a routine, but it's like you're taking care of yourself, you're connecting, it might look different every day. I do have this star. So you are following your intuition, you are reconnecting with this, and if you're not, you're going to be at the start of this month. And you know, that makes a lot of sense because we have a lot of planets that are going to be going retrograde in May. There's actually going to be 4 of them by the end of the month. It's really a time of reflection, and things are sort of slowing down. I know people might be curious as to like when things could start lifting in terms of restrictions. I think it'll happen depending on where you are in some places, but it's going to kind of be a slow and gradual thing, which sort of makes sense with the astrology, with the energy there. But honestly, Taurus, it's like, I really want you to use this time, this slow space, to rejuvenate and heal yourself. That's actually a really good way to use this energy. And it's funny because where are you trying to go? You have the 6 of Swords. It's like you're trying to leave somewhere, I think, or you have something set in your mind. Maybe before lockdown, you had kind of this idea of where you wanted to go or where you wanted to be. And I almost see that you're making some sort of headway here with going forward in something, which is interesting. I'd love to hear in the comments down below what this is, or something is finally coming through. And I do see you working together here with some other people, or collaborating in some way, connecting with people, and it feels very productive with this 3 of Pentacles. So this is actually looking pretty good, and I feel like your intuition is actually leading you to this new destination that you want to be. Maybe that's what you've been reflecting on, that's what's been coming up for you. But this looks really good. Interesting. I want to see what else we have here. I kind of want to clarify what this star is. Maybe get a little more clarity with the 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, the Death card. Yeah, you're having a spiritual rebirth. I feel like it's been heavy for a lot of you, and there's been a lot of letting go of things and letting go of maybe the things that once made you feel secure or stable. You kind of realize it was a security blanket, because you're really tapping into this inner knowing now, Taurus. What a gift that is for your birthday. I know I've had to do this work myself, and it's really been helpful, and it seems like it's helpful for you too. What is this 3 of Pentacles here? Ooh. fell out here. Interesting. I feel like some of you are actually working together with the Libra or communicating with the Libra because you have the Empress, which could be your own energy, and you have the Justice card. You also have the Hermit here too. Could also be a Virgo. And this is really interesting. It feels very balanced with this Justice card. I don't feel like... It's almost like you're done chasing after somebody or chasing after something. And with this Empress energy and this Hermit energy, it's like, you know where to find me. You're off doing your own thing. And you're actually really enjoying something that was at first a little bit difficult. And there's this opportunity coming your way with this Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. It could even be from afar. But yeah, the Six of Swords, you're leaving behind some really intense emotions. You're seeing something, you're seeing shore here, you're seeing land. And it's calmer waters from here. You've weathered the storm, Taurus. You're out of the worst of whatever it is this death process was. And it actually brought a lot of healing. So that's really good to see. That's kind of the first part of May. And I think this Scorpio full moon on May 7th is going to be a really good time to release whatever it is that might still be residual for you. And again, you can look at the astrology blog I have linked down below, because it can bring up some intense emotions. And if that does end up happening for you, it's kind of just part of the purge. But this is interesting. There's people coming together. And there may have been some distance. Obviously, God, with the Hermit card energy. But it feels like things are starting to come into play here. Maybe even organizing something. Interesting. Ooh. What do we have for Taurus in the second half of May here? Show me clearly, please. And I'm going to be honest, even if this doesn't seem like this is going to come to fruition right away, whatever it is that you're working on, you're planting a seed. And I see it coming through to you. It might take a little bit of time, especially if this is involving a move or some sort of life change. I feel like some of you, this is a really specific situation, so obviously general reading, not going to apply to everybody, but it feels like if you've been distant from somebody, this time is actually going to bring you closer together. Right as I say that, Ace of Cups. Wow, this is looking really good. Yeah, you know, I could actually see somebody... Something is working out here. Something is set in motion. Show me clearly. Ooh. Okay. So we have the moon in reverse. And you're really stepping out of a lot of confusion or uncertainty, Taurus. And again, it's leaving these intense emotions behind. Something is becoming clear, and I think someone is opening up. It's like they've been kind of in hermit mode, and maybe this is you. I want to say it's actually somebody around you, or even multiple people for some of you. But if this is a romantic situation, there might have been some distance, there might have been some rockiness, and it feels like that's kind of behind you. This person just sort of needed some time to work on whatever it was that was coming up for them, or it just wasn't the right time. They were too focused on other things. I think it was just them trying to figure out their own life. Like there was some sort of adjustment that they needed to make. And with this Ace of Cups, there's a lot of healing here, which is really, really interesting because I'm seeing Venus go retrograde towards the middle of the month. And that often is not the best time to enter into a partnership or enter into something or make a decision, a major decision about a relationship one way or the other. Sometimes people do break up. Sometimes people, get together without really thinking it through. But this actually feels really clear, and it feels like it's very genuine. So I don't want you to distrust if someone is opening up to you, even if things feel hard. It's almost like you're going through this test together. You're working together. Yeah, there may be some disagreements. Page of Pentacles in reverse, you may not be seeing eye to eye on something. You may have a different vision for how things have to look from somebody else. And someone is still kind of learning their lesson. But it's opening up. That's what I mean. It's like you're planting a seed, you're watering the seed. It might not come to fruition right away if you're working with somebody else or talking to somebody else or just working on a project. But you feel in your heart this is going somewhere. I'm supposed to be doing this right now. I'm supposed to be putting my energy here, and you're really supposed to listen to that intuition. Yeah, someone still hasn't learned the lesson. With the Ace of Swords, there might be some sort of disagreement here, but I actually think that this disagreement is healthy in the long run. And a lot of people, I think they're still trying to figure out their lives in general, like what are things going to look like? Where am I going? What's my job going to be like? There's a lot of uncertainty right now, and I think that's more the strain here, Taurus, because the love is still here. And it's like, it's really sweet. It really feels very sweet to me. It's there is this reconnection that is happening, or this mending that's going on. I gotta be honest, it doesn't feel like it takes away everything. It doesn't suck out all the pain. But being open and kind of collaborating with other people, and maybe even, talking to somebody outside of the situation could actually be helpful for some of you. I am seeing that. Someone who has kind of more of a neutral perspective with this Hermit and Justice card, and they're able to offer some more insight from kind of a third-party perspective here. Could even be a reader. It could be a therapist. Something like that is actually kind of what I'm feeling. Or just like a really wise acquaintance. I don't even want to say a friend because it feels removed from whatever it is that you're working on or whoever it is you're relating to. I think I'm going to pull an animal card here for this situation as well. What is the animal wisdom for Taurus for the month of May? Show us clearly. Okay. Yeah, bee and tiger. So the bee, I feel like you are working really hard on something, or there's just this project or this hobby that's really bringing a lot of sweetness into your life, and I think it's almost distracting you from whatever discomfort or whatever transition you've been going through. It's important not to overwork yourself here. Definitely, take breaks if you need to. It's okay to savor the sweetness, the honey that you're transmuting. And with this tiger energy, I'm really getting like a love vibe from this. It feels like there's this person who's kind of around you, and they do sort of speak to you, but they're not fully coming into the scene quite yet. They're sort of watching from the shadow, almost waiting for the right moment to pounce, if that makes any sense. They're waiting for the right moment to have a conversation with you. It doesn't feel bad. I think they just want to feel more settled. And honestly, I think you're actually a bit intimidating to them, Taurus, because on the surface you seem very... It seems like you've actually come out of this very strong this past month, and or you're going to be. And you're kind of coming across as this empress to some people, and it's a little intimidating. And you might be wondering, why is this person not saying anything to me, or why is the communication feeling so weird? So on and off? It's like the connection is there, but it's just about timing. That's really, really interesting. Anything else for my Taurus folk? Anything else? Someone is going to be opening up eventually with this Four of Pentacles. They're going to be lowering their guard. I think right now, because things feel so unstable, this person is... This is really interesting. It's almost like they know things are really fragile. They can sense it. And they don't want to rock the boat anymore with the Six of Swords. Ooh. They don't want to rock this boat. And it's funny because to you, Taurus, it almost feels like that's behind you. Like, you're still confused. It's almost like they're projecting their uncertainty or their instability onto you. But they see you working very hard or really rising above, and it's almost like they don't want to disturb your process, but they do want to like connect to you, and they're trying, but it's weird. It's like they're there, but they're not there. I'm actually wondering if this is a long distance thing for some of you with the Six of Swords. And if that's the case, I think there's just something you don't realize that's going on in their life, and they're going to kind of open up about it later. And really a lot of relationships are basically long distance at this point in time, but I'm getting that vibe for some of you. Anyway, Taurus, no, I want to pull one more card. There's one more card we have to pull. I'm going to pull an oracle card here for you. I wanted to wrap this up, and I was like, nope, we're not done. We need one more. So what is that last message for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, folks? Show us clearly, please. I think a lot of people, under the circumstance, they're really figuring out like what's important to them, and I think we are going to see more people kind of opening up, maybe people who didn't open up before. I almost feel like, Taurus, you weren't expecting this person to do this. And then they kind of come back into the picture, and it's like, they suddenly go quiet again. Messenger. Yeah, someone's definitely communicating with you this month. Serious energy. Bring harmony and balance. Yes, something has been out of balance and justice is being brought to the table here. We also have you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Okay, this is really weird. Some of you, I actually think, I feel like you are connecting with people, and it even could be in like a physical way, you know, physically spending time with people. Don't know if social distancing is involved there, but that's your business, I guess. Just be careful, but yeah, you know, there is this sense of coming together. There really, really is. And there's this double mission card, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by being you. I feel like, because it's honestly, it wasn't super clear to me if this was like a business thing or if this was a romantic thing. I want to say it's actually a little bit of both for at least some of you with this double mission card. You might be collaborating with someone or working with someone who is a romantic interest or becomes a romantic interest, or vice versa. You end up having this romantic interest with someone and then it evolves into something else where you're working together on something. That's very, very interesting. And I almost think that's why this person is feeling like they're projecting all this unstable energy and uncertainty onto you, because they are feeling like they're not stable enough and that they don't have anything to offer you. And maybe that's how you see it, maybe it's not. That's going to depend on you individually, but that's what I'm getting from them, this other person. There we go. So that's all for today, Taurus. I do hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what is happening for all of you. I would love to hear from you, see what's going on here, because this seems very interesting. Seems like there's actually quite a bit of misunderstanding that's going on. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care.